Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to be making this bow. It has serape ribbon with the Virgin of Guadalupe. Both of these ribbons are available in my shop in 7/8, 1.5 inch, and 3 inch widths. Now, I'm going to be using this particular ribbon, but this bow could be, this style of bow can be used on any style of ribbon. And here I have one made out of my red, white, and blue stars. This particular stars has a holographic silver foil design. So just so you know that you can use any ribbon to construct this bow, but for the purposes of this particular video I will be using the serape and the Virgin of Guadalupe because these are my this is my #1 seller right now. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 22 inches of this print, and this is 3 inches. You're going to need 22 inches of the serape of your choice. I carry it in 4 colors or 5 colors. And then you're going to need a 12-inch piece of the coordinating color for the tails. And then you will need an 8-inch, about an 8-inch or so piece of 7/8 for the center. So on this design, I always start with the Virgin of Guadalupe print, just because it's a little bit harder to navigate and to find the proper placement. So with grosgrain ribbon, you're always going to want to heat seal your ends, just so you don't have any fraying. Okay, so here we go. We have this print, and so what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half, and you can kind of see where I cut the design for the best placement. So you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to bring it in, and you're going to leave about, let's see, let me get it laid down. So if you're having some trouble holding your position, you could just use a little bit of heat, and that should, well, so you're going to match your 2 ends. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of difficulty because my tripod is on a box, so I could get the best view, and so it's like limiting what I can do on this side. Okay, so then you're going to bring it in, and it's going to be at approximately about 1 inch, 1 inch folded in. Okay, so you have it there, and now it looks like this. Okay, and then you're going to bring in to the corner here, and then you're going to bring this other one in, and you're going to slide it under, but also you're going to meet that corner. I actually don't like the placement of that one, so I'm going to flip it and try this side. And you know, it might take you 1 or 2 tries to get it right, so you have the proper placement for your bow. So just work with it until you have the Virgins of Guadalupe in the place that you would like. So right there is actually okay for me. Sorry, I'm having so much trouble with this ribbon today. So we're going to take it into the corner and into the corner. Okay, and then so now you will get your needle and thread, and you're going to go in right at the corner, making sure to get both of your fold-ins and the piece that's like left straight. I'm going to just pull that all the way through. Okay. And then you're going to just go, you're going to stitch it about every 1/2 inch. You could eyeball it, or you could actually mark it if you want. And you're going to do, so you're going to go in, out, in, out, in, and then the final one should be out. Okay, so there you have that. And then you're going to go ahead and just give it a cinch. And you should have 3 peaks on your bow. So you have 1, 2, 3. And then I run my thread just a couple more times. To ensure that it doesn't come undone. Now, you don't have to tie off at each one, but I do, because it secures it. So now that is locked in, and that is not going anywhere. Okay, so now this side is easier because there's no design to match up or look for placement. But again, we're going to seal our ends to make sure that it doesn't come undone. On this one, you're going to just want to make sure that you fold it the right way, so that way it's the opposite of this one. And it's actually going to go on this side. So again, you're going to meet your corners, pull it up to the corner, and pull it up to the corner. So then you have it like that. And then you're going to start on this side. Oh, let me try. Okay, and so it's going to be exactly the same. You're going to go in, out, in, out, in, out. And again, at about every 1/2 inch. Out and in, out. And on this one, you want to make sure that you get all 3 pieces secured together. So you're going to make sure that you've gotten both loops and then the other loop. And so there you go. You have your 3, and once you cinch it, you should have your 3 peaks, just like on the original one. Then just run your thread a couple more times to ensure that it is secured. Then tie it off. So now you have 2 pieces and they should meet up like this. Now you want to go ahead and just secure them together, and you're going to just go in and through this one. And through here. Through the bottom. One more time, and then you could tie it off down here. And so there you have the loops, the loop part of your bow. Now you're going to get your 12-inch ribbon. This is also 3-inch, and you're going to cut your diagonal. I start from the larger side down to the narrower side. Otherwise, it kind of, for me, I always have trouble doing it the opposite. So I do it this way. And you're going to just go down to your corner. And there you have a perfect cut. And then you want to run your lighter. This one you're going to want to make sure it is pretty well sealed, because this one is going to be into your ponytail or in your hair, and is going to get the most wear. So you want to make sure that that is sealed well, and that you're not, yourself or your client is not going to have fraying ribbons. So there you go. There is your tails. Now you're going to just give it a fold in half. So at this point, they should be facing like the higher point here and the lower point here. Once you find your middle, you're gonna just go ahead and do the same in, out to make the peaks, the 3 peaks. So in, out, about every ½ inch, just the same like we did on the other ones. In, out, in, and out. And there you have your 3 peaks. And go ahead and just give it a pull, and it should go right to the center of the bow. Then you just wrap it around a couple times, and then you could tie it off in the back. I like to kind of go from each little, not each one, but the ones that are visible, each little peak that are in the back, and sew through them just for some added security, that I know my bow isn't going to come apart. This is going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter how much you stitch, your customer should not see your threading in the back. Okay, and then You're gonna go ahead and just tie off your bow. Now for this one, I am not gonna attach my center ribbon because I typically do not attach my center until I know what hardware my customer is requesting. They may choose a ponytail holder, or they might choose a clip. Now for these ones, I use can't find where I have them at the moment, but I use an alligator clip with teeth because it is a heavier bow, and they're also longer. So the ones that I use for this particular bow, they are longer and they have teeth so that they don't fall off. Now for your center ribbon, you can use an embellishment like I did here, or you could just do sometimes I just secure it off with a middle ribbon and then cover it with a serape ribbon. And so for the serape ribbon, I just tie it into a knot. So it looks kind of like that. And then I'm just going to tie it off. And this is how I sell mine on Etsy or on my fan page. And I use that center ribbon. And then you're gonna just attach it, trim it, glue it to whatever hardware that you're gonna use. So this is how I make the Mexican style moño, which is basically hair bow. And I used the serape printed ribbon. This is my original design, along with the Virginal Guadalupe. All of these ribbons are available on my website or in my Etsy store. I do carry the serape print in a red, a blue, a purple, a turquoise, and a pink. And the Virginal Guadalupe comes on a base color of ivory, baby pink, or baby blue. So that's all for today. I hope you find this tutorial to be helpful. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I will answer any questions as I get them. Have a great day.